I'm Anne-Marie from brambleberry.com. Today is a special video and I'm so excited. It is our annual unboxing video where we show you every single Maker of the Month that Brambleberry has featured this entire year. Well, what's a Maker of the Month? Well, a Maker of the Month is an artisan or an indie crafter that really inspires us with what they make, their story, and how they're giving back to the world. When Brambleberry features a Maker of the Month, we send out a newsletter all about them. We interview them. You learn what their favorite products are from Brambleberry. We feature them on social media, and then I get to show you, and this is the most fun for me, all of the things that they make with Brambleberry products. If you'd like to be considered to be one of our Makers of the Month next year, just go ahead and hashtag your creations, hashtag BrambleOn, and that's how we pick our Makers of the Month. Literally from that hashtag. Do it on social and we'll find you. So let's go ahead and get unboxing. So this soap maker is near and dear to my heart because they started getting crafty in middle school, well, just like me. And so I love this story. Isabella started making cold process soap in just 2018, and boy, has she come a long way. She's most well known for her TikTok account, interestingly enough, where she has several videos that have gone viral with over 11 million views, which is incredible. I would say like her signature soap is this boba soap that you can see why it's so popular. Like it's designed to look just like the very popular drink. It's very cute, very colorful, but she's also got a lot of other different types of styles of things that she makes. Like this, this uses embeds, there's glitter on top, there's frosting, there is a lot going on in that soap with the swirl. This one is a more simple design with the poppy seed. So I love where she's going with this. She's got big ambitions. She's thinking that maybe she would like to have retail stores featuring her soaps, and I love that idea. So you go, Isabella. The labels are really fun, really cute, very friendly, and you can tell that they come from the same soap company even though they're not as cohesive in terms of branding. They're really, really, really appealing. She also sent me this fun promotional piece in her box telling me about herself and also where her TikTok account is. So well done. These are all great, and I can't wait to try your soap. So this next soap maker is a soap maker after my own heart. Her name is Nasira, and she started making soap when she was in high school. And I started crafting when I was really young, so this just makes my heart go pitter-patter as well. And she considers herself to be a storyteller. And I have to say, looking at the cohesive branding and the story that this entire look tells, you can tell she's a storyteller at heart. This is gorgeous. I'm going to open this because I want everybody to see some of the quality of these soaps, but still, this is just really beautiful packaging. Every detail is taken care of. Like this silk ribbon, gorgeous. Nasira is from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and her company is called Abdah Emporium, and so this packaging is really something. I'm pretty impressed. And that really makes me think about the durability of shipping this. Like this is gonna be a pretty durable product to ship. Ooh, and the purity. So the purity of this bar of soap, the way it looks, the simplicity, really matches the entire line's kind of packaging and look and feel. Smells delicious. And Nasira doesn't just make soap, she makes a lot of other things. And so, like for example, this is her luxury soaking salts, and they have, well, sea salt in them, but they also have sea clay and sea buckthorn extract and some really beautiful fragrances. So I can't wait to smell this, and I of course can't wait to go home and bathe with it. All right, I am so excited to smell this. The texture of the salt is beautiful. Woo, that is wonderful smelling, and the sea clay I think is really adding to the texture of the salt. It gives it a nice natural color as well. She also does room sprays and body oils. So this one is called Intensive Body Oil, and it has, oh, this is really smart. Packaging it like this is very smart. So really generous size of body oil. And Naked Hydrating Body Oil, do something good for your body. And the ingredients: apricot kernel oil, sunflower, safflower, jojoba, camelina, sorry, that's green tea seed extract, IPM, so some silicones in there to help with the kind of slip. And I really do want to try this. It is, I love the dropper. The dropper is very high quality. This is a lightweight oil that's going to sink well and easily into the skin. I can tell that already. It's got wonderful slip, but it feels very luxurious. I can see this being a nice massage oil too. The smell is very subtle. It's naked, so there is no fragrance in there. So what I'm actually smelling is all the natural. I love how this line looks. I want to basically save all of it so I can give it away as gifts because it's so pretty and so appealing. Fantastic, fantastic job. I love everything you've created, Nasira. This next maker comes to us from Portland, Oregon. And Naomi from Mad Sass Soap Company is, well, she makes a lot of stuff, not merely soap, not only soap. And in fact, I think it's pretty apparent when you look at her product that she used to be a graphic designer. These labels have all the details taken care of, so I'm not surprised to hear that she was a graphic designer. Like so many people that get into making their own products, they got into it because they were looking for a better alternative for their friends, their family, their kids. And in this case, Naomi's child had some eczema. And so she started making products for her child. And of course, it, well, ballooned, snowballed, got bigger from there. And people started clamoring for her products. And now she's a full line of goodies, including everything from, I'm excited to try this hair towel, but candles. This is a solid conditioner. We have bath salts, lotion. The soaps are spectacular. The thing I really like about Naomi's soaps is that they have a rather what I like to refer to as a restrained elegance to them. They have beautiful tops, and then like for example on this one, this cactus flower soap, it has a really nice texture on the top where I would be so, like this texture is just gorgeous, restrained elegance, because I would be so tempted to just go overboard and do whoop-de-whoops and all that stuff. But I think this is so much more of a powerful bar of soap with the way she's got it designed. Her bath salts have really fascinating and interesting ingredients in them. Like for example, this one has not only Epsom salt and sea salt, but it's got apricot kernel oil, tapioca starch, polysorbate 80. That's gonna help it not have ring around the tub. Such a nice touch there. Dendritic salt, and because she cares about us, she's got some preservative in there to ensure that it's not going to mold. I really love little touches like that. But again, with the restrained elegance on the bar of soap, just such beautiful design work. I really like that she also has a couple different types of packaging that is cohesive. So we have the silver, the gold, we have this, everything looks beautiful together. Again, that graphic design skills really shining through. So great job, Naomi. Love it all. Can't wait to use it all, especially the bath salts. So here we have a gorgeous, I mean, these are packaged so beautifully. This is Kelly from Miner's Daughter, and she started making soap 7 years ago with a focus on natural and herbal ingredients. And I think that's pretty obvious when you look at her packaging. The dried herbs everywhere. And what was really beautiful is in the package, there was a lot of dry herbs actually sprinkled within the packaging material. So when you opened up the box, it smelled amazing. Yeah, and it looked really cool too. So she really does a lot of beautiful soaps. You can see there is gorgeous herbs on the top. This is olive oil that's been infused with roses. She really has a strong belief in the power of herbs and botanicals. In fact, she tells the story of, gosh, I love this too, just that beautiful, deep, rich stamp in there to make this beautifully branded. But Kelly tells the story of when the idea of making products came to her. And she said she was in the shower and she thought, I should make soap and I should sell soap, because she was a little bit at a career crossroads. And so now she does all herbal products, and the company is named for her dad. Her dad was a zinc miner, which is really interesting in the 70s. So that's a really cool kind of full circle moment there too as well, because her dad mined products from the earth and now she's using products from the earth to also create her living. I went ahead and unwrapped these before I try on this beautiful lotion that she's got made. I wanted to unwrap the very final one. You can see that she uses all natural colorants in here. Like this is annatto seed, this is charcoal, and you can get really bright colors using all natural products. In fact, my Milk Soap book was a lot of natural products, and of course I have an entire book on natural soap making that tells you how to get all kinds of beautiful bright colors with natural products, and of course just using essential oils. And this one is cider and clove, and it's got apple cider in it, which is really fun. And then it's got some raw cacao, clove, patchouli, cedarwood. Of course, I'm such a patchouli fan. It's ridiculous. I love how deep that smells. So in addition to soap, she also does skincare. So here I have one of her face masks. This is her Plants and Clay face mask. French green clay, kaolin clay, calendula, roses, lavender buds, spirulina, chlorophyll. This is chock full of antioxidants and super nutrients for sure. And so since it comes as a powder, to use it, I'm just gonna wet it with a little bit of water, or I could use lotion, or I could use oil even, and then spread it on my skin, leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes, allow it to do its work. So that's either regenerating the skin if I use a lotion base, or detoxifying by pulling oils out if I use a water base. So this is kind of a choose your own adventure face mask. Really find all these so appealing. Gorgeous job, Kelly. Now this next maker, Marta from Bottega Zero Waste, does make her own products, but she makes them in England and doesn't ship them to the US, or at least not yet. But what we do have is an example of her soap making and her do-it-yourself sensibilities because of her book. Her Botanical Soaps book. Now it's not just a soap making book. She actually has quite a few things in here, like how to make a basic facial mask, how to do solid conditioners. I loved that particular recipe. And she took it around 3 different real houses all around England so that you could get a good feel for how the products look like when they're being made in an actual kitchen, like you would do at home with small batches. So you can get her book at brambleberry.com. And she was inspired to start crafting her own products when she looked around one day and got so overwhelmed by all the waste in her life. And she thought, gotta be a better way to do it. So like all entrepreneurs, she created it. The book, it shows you that she really knows her stuff. I was so inspired by many of these recipes, and oh my goodness, her soaps aesthetics are so natural and so clean and so beautiful. I just wish I could get my hands on some of that soap. Guess I might need to take a trip to the UK. If you're over in London, you can actually take a do-it-yourself skincare or body care or soap making class with Marta. So be sure and look her up and maybe do that the next time you have an overseas vacation. Meet Bittersweet Soapworks. Bittersweet was started by David and Chad, 2 soap makers from Massachusetts, and they have a really cool production facility with a dream of eventually opening up their own kind of bath and body toiletries type shop. In fact, they specifically reference the really fun toiletries shop in Schitt's Creek, that really hilariously wonderful TV show. So I think that's a great dream to have. I love these bars because they have a really uniform look and style. And in fact, when they were Brambleberry's Maker of the Month, one of the pieces of advice they gave was, hey, when you are really starting your brand, be thinking of, what do I want this brand to look like? How do I want this brand to be perceived? And it's pretty clear, pine tar soap, that's interesting. It's pretty clear that they really have a cohesive look and feel to their soaps. I of course love their inspired Be Clean Be You handcrafted soap. I believe they did this for Pride Month, and they had a generous donation that went along with it to a worthy nonprofit. Now, I love that they also have a pretty wide variety of things that they do. So it's not solely soap. They also do candles. And so this candle came packaged really nice for gift giving. And this one is, let's see if I can figure it out. Ooh, it's blood orange. I know that's gonna smell good. This particular one has a wood wick, and so it's going to make a little bit of a crackling sound when it burns. And then this is lavender, so 100% essential oil candle, and it smells extremely strong. Good job having safety tips on the top of the candle. It's so important for the success of the candle user at home to make sure that they're always burning this in a really safe area, especially if you leave a candle unattended. I think this is really clever too. I think this, I can't say for certain that this is soap ends, but like this is a really fun way to do samples. And so it's just handwritten on the back what it is: bay rum, woodland sky, beach house, lemongrass, and rosemary. It's really appealing. It's fun. It makes me think that I could put this at like in a guest bathroom, for example, and have a lot of different options for my guests. So this is cute and fun. So I love this line because it has such a cohesive look despite having lots of different colors. And I think that the shapes really give it a cohesive look, as well as the branding and the labels and how they've done the labels with the ribbon and then the extra piece behind the sticker. It's really great job. Love it. 2 thumbs up for David and Chad. Next up, we have Jennifer from Big Sky Soap in Arizona. Jennifer started making soap recently, actually over a summer break from her job as a teacher, and started doing so well that she was able to quit her job and do soap making full time. She's really big on TikTok, and in fact, she has this really interesting TikTok series. Let's see if I can get the name right. It is A Day in the Life of an Entrepreneur on the Hopi Reservation. And last I checked, she was like 18 to 20 videos in, just kind of showing what her day is like on the reservation, being an entrepreneur and using all the natural products that she can. She infuses her own oils for some of her cold process soaps and has quite a wide variety of products that she makes. So some of them that I was able to get this time are her brown sugar face and body scrub. And one of the things I love about it is it does come with a little spoon. I also like that she has preservative in it, right? Because that's really important. And it has a really natural smell to it. I'm curious if it has fragrance in it. It has a little bit of essential oil, orange essential oil, which makes sense, right? Because some people find fragrance near the face, if you're gonna use this on your face, just to be a little strong. This is really unique. I have not seen this before, so it's pretty exciting. This is soap in a twist-off container. So this is a nice little tin, and it's a makeup brush soap. Isn't that genius, right? So you just like kind of foam it up, almost like you would with a shaving soap, but it's for washing your makeup brushes, which can get pretty gnarly if you don't wash them regularly. This bar of soap really kind of got my attention on the website. I'm gonna get a scissors, and I'm gonna get some of my scissors. Thank you. Okay. This soap really struck me on the website. It's a gemstone soap, and I don't want to hurt it opening it, but I'm gonna just kind of get into it because I really want to see how the gemstone ended up getting made. Let's see. This is beautiful. It really looks like natural rock with some striations and some color, exactly what you'd expect out of like an amethyst or quartz. It's beautiful. These little eco-friendly face pads are meant to be you can wash your face with them and not be using those single-use washcloths that you just, wipe and then throw away. These are designed to be reused and washed. Then finally, I got a couple different gift sets of soap. So these are really cute. They're loofah soaps, and I love, here we go, crinkle, crinkle. I love the bright colors. Aren't they so appealing? They're so pretty, and you can see there's loofahs inside of them. So they'll provide a little bit of scrubby. They'll also provide just a little, but they'll also provide some soapiness to them. So they will clean you as well as scrub you. Isn't that appealing? It's so cute. I love the look and feel of all of Jennifer's stuff, and I really appreciate that she is showcasing herself as an entrepreneur and showing authenticity and showing the struggles of being an entrepreneur on her TikTok account, because people buy from people they like, people buy from people they trust, and it's also, TikTok can be a great educational tool about what makes you and your brand stand out. So fantastic job, Jennifer. So this next maker is Brianna from Black Honey, and I love her story. She got into making skincare and beauty ingredients because she had a family member that had such difficult skin that she couldn't even hug her. And so one of the things that she focuses on is ingredients. She loves natural ingredients when she can. And I also really noticed that even though she's just started right before the pandemic, so we're just talking a couple years ago, her branding is spot on. It's so cohesive. There's clearly a point of view from the design, and everything Smells as good as it looks. This is her double body butter. So one of the things I really like about how Brianna's approached this entire line is all the little touches that kind of make for a beautiful final product. So for example, I like that she included this brush that you can use for the face mask. In fact, I totally want to use the face mask all over my hand now, which I will in just a second. But I want to show you these things first. And little things like putting a little bit of gold leaf into her serum. So you probably can't see it, but there's actual gold leaf in this serum. And so it's really pretty. It's interesting. It stays pretty suspended. And speaking of this serum, I think the ingredients are fantastic. She's got a little bit of grapeseed oil, jojoba, apricot kernel, rosehip oil, vitamin E, and a few essential oils. So this is going to be a fantastic serum. Interestingly enough, I bet it would work for a beard oil as well. She also does candles, and like the rest of her line, oh, that smells so good. Like the rest of her line, it's really well thought out. It's understated elegance, and I love that she uses a container that is befitting of the rest of her line. So now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna try this because I just really want to see. Ooh, feels great on the skin. It's got a little bit of exfoliation. I really like this mask applicator. I've never used a mask applicator that wasn't a brush. This is like a cute little spatula. I can see how it helps you apply the product really evenly. And it also feels somewhat decadent and sort of spa-like. I love all these goodies and I can't wait to try them. So our next maker I'm really excited about, meet Katie. She started making candles when she was on a staycation from her job back in like 2012. So she's been making candles for about 9-10-ish years, which is awesome. One of the things that most appealed to me right off the bat about Katie was her fun names. She has some ridiculously cute names that are just cheeky and a little bit fresh for some of her candles. So like she's got, this is champagne toast. And if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that my favorite drink in the world is, well, besides coffee, champagne. My dog is named Bubbles because I love champagne and I love soap, right? Bubbles and bubbles. So had to get this champagne toast scent and it smells delicious. And then she has an entire line of alcoholic kind of based candles, but then she has some kind of more than a traditional scents. And so like this is cinnamon chai, which smells just like you would expect. One of the things I also like about Katie is that she sells at markets in Milwaukee, and she also does private label for other businesses. So if you have an idea for a candle, she might be able to help you make it. So that's something to keep in mind too. Her coffee scent is to die for. I noticed she has also 2 different types and styles of candles. So she's got the big White Yeti candle line, and then she's got kind of this, it's still the big White Yeti candle line, and it still has the sans serif font. So there is some sort of kind of continuity between the fonts, but this is clearly a different look and feel. And as a like business owner, I look at that and go, gosh, she's probably appealing to 2 different types of customers with this 2 different types of branding. In addition to the like cool different types of branding, the cool names, I mean, hello, bookworm. It's pretty funny, like what does a bookworm smell like? I also really like that Katie sent this insert along that has everything about how to care for your new Yeti. Give him a trim, let him burn, don't leave him unattended, know when to let him go and give him new life. Like, I think it's a cheeky way to talk about candle safety and how to make sure you get the best burn out of your candle, because not only is candle making an art and a science, well, burning them and burning them in the correct place where you're not going to have it go too low or the wick get too high, that type of thing. That's also something that's really important for candles being successful. So great job, Katie. Love all of these. Can't wait. I don't know which one I'm going to start with. Probably Mountain Man, but who knows? They smell so good. So this one I'm really excited about. Cassie has been making soap for right around 4 years, and she started by watching Soap Queen TV videos, so that makes me feel loved and, well, needed. Thank you. Super excited. She wants to be a pastry chef eventually, so you can really see that love of baking and that love of kind of, well, pastry design in her soaps that she makes. I will say this one is one that I'm really excited about because Amanda, our creative director at Brambleberry, has a corgi at home. And well, Cassie's, seriously, she's got the cutest corgi soaps. I know, just wait till you see it. The most adorable corgi soaps. This is like I think these are these Harry Potter inspired corgis? Like they're so cute. I want to open this one so bad. So cute. Like it's just ridiculously creative and clever, and every little detail is perfect. So Cassie is clearly a multi-talented crafter because she does bath fizzies, and these are painted bath fizzies, and she does soap, and there's a lot of different techniques in these soaps. There's swirls, there's layers, there's frosting, there are, I mean, these layers are insane. They look like the kind where you pour down the side of the paper to get these layers. And like you can tell this one I may have ordered right around Halloween because this is clearly Halloween, but we've got embeds, we've got frosting, we have a lot going on in these soaps. So Cassie likes to mix it up and keep it interesting and keep it fun. And then she also does candles, and kudos for getting your candle jars printed. It's great branding, saves on the labeling, and the candle smells really strong. This is teak wood. And I like that the packaging has a little lid. So once you're done using the candle, you can put the lid on so you protect the candle top from dust, which is great. Ooh, ah. I love it. This is so perfect for gift giving. It's got 3 beautiful bars of soap nestled in crinkle paper that's really colorful and happy. This is such a fun assortment of products. Great job, Cassie. Our next maker of the month is Sharon from Willow Soaps, Willow Bella Soaps. And the name is fun because her business name is a combination of her daughter and her granddaughter's name, which is such a nice way to pay homage to your family. And really, her family is why she got into this. She actually was looking for a way to make extra money, bought 50 pounds of sugar, thinking she's maybe gonna do candy making, and instead ended up doing sugar scrubs. And so Sharon's first kind of original stuff was sugar scrubs, and right now she focuses a lot on bath truffles. But if you look on her website, she also has soaps and soap making, like very cute things that she does with soaps and bath fizzies. And in fact, this is a collaboration with another soap maker. And I love to see that collaboration, that spirit of community in our soap making community. You can tell that she is a Harry Potter fan based on the fact that this is butter beer. Really want to smell this. So let's see. I'm like, is it going to smell like butterscotch? Is it going to smell like beer? Oh, for sure that's butterscotch, and it's delicious. I'm a big, count me in as a fan of Harry Potter butterbeer liquid soap. And then we have this really pretty body butter sugar scrub. So probably part of the original kind of formulations. And it comes with this really nice little scooper, which makes sense. And the ingredients in here are pretty luxurious. It's designed to kind of put on wet skin, so use in the shower. It's sugar, coconut oil, shea butter, sweet almond oil, rice bran oil, sunflower oil, and this is the part I really love. There's a little bit of emulsifying wax in here. So what that means is you won't really be left with an oily slick when you're using this in the shower, because the oils will help emulsify and then rinse cleanly away. I did order this entire collection right around the holidays, and well, you're gonna be able to tell which holiday it was because this theme is pretty apparent. But you know what? It can be spooky all year round, so as far as I'm concerned, these are adorable. I love the gift packaging. I like how cohesive this is. And as a mom, I'm pretty psyched about how colorful these are, because if I'm lucky, this might actually dye some of the bathwater purple and delight my children. We'll see, TBD, jury's out on that. But either way, super fun collection. I love it all. And I really love the success story of saying, hey, how can I help my family? Oh, let's do it by making handmade products that everyone loves to give, get, and use. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you're as inspired as I am by all of these makers, their stories, and the products that they create. All of their links are below, so if you're interested in any of their products or learning more about them, head on down to see their websites. And of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button so you subscribe every new time. So you subscribe and are notified every time we come out with a new video. Make sure that you are hashtagging all of your posts to Instagram and social as Bramble On, because first of all, it inspires everybody with your creativity. We get to see what you're making, your fellow soap makers get to see what you're making, but also that is how Brambleberry picks the makers of the month that we feature every single month. So until next time, everyone, happy soaping. The world?
Yeah, with their art. They are.
Okay.
One of them is from Europe.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're going. Okay,
Worldwide.
we're keeping with it. Okay, we're just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna watch that and I'll cry. You know the drill. Okay.
Yeah, but you're looking at this.
We love product. It is great. We love product. It's our entire lives. That's what we do for a living is we formulate and sell raw ingredients. So this is what we
Give
do
me your hands.
every day. We love product. This is what we do. We are so happy. We're little elves. I am a human turnstile. I turn things slowly. I am the human equivalent of a lazy Susan.
Show it to the camera.